back to my plan today. We took one trade this morning. We took one trade this afternoon. And because of that, we are green on the day. The morning trade I scaled down because it was a pretty big risk. So we got in with only 3 contracts. Winning trade, great. Obviously, it would have been great to have my full 5 contracts, but it was just too big of a risk. So I need to scale down when that happens. This afternoon, smaller risk, scaled up to 5 contracts. But of course, that ate more into my profits from this morning because that was a losing trade. Not a big deal. But because of our risk management and rules, we're still ending green even on a 50% win rate. So all in all, pretty satisfied with today. Enjoy the trades. Talk to you guys later. Currently right in this bullish fair value gap. However, on this move up, we have a high, low, higher high breaking, then this move breaking, swing low with a fair value gap. I like that. I want to come up back into here and potentially short that, targeting the lows. I would love for us to get drawn down to here. But on the 15-minute, we already bounced off this bullish fair value gap this morning. So I'm looking to see if we can trade through it at least to 15,150. And then we'll see if we get to this order block down here at 114. But we took I should have had a limit sell in there, but we took this fair value gap, breaking this swing low and equal lows. Very curious to see if we break down past this guy right here, which is the low of the day, and then fill in this gap. There's a gap on the 1 hour, and it's also the one on the 15 that I have highlighted here on Tradervue. Wasn't really about to take this setup up here where we have a high, low, higher, high, fair value gap here and here, so you can kind of treat that as one big one. Came back up into it perfectly. Our stop would have been way up here. That's too much on one trade, so I just waited for a different setup. Just hit the bottom of the fair value gap, that one on the 15-minute. Starting to break through this pretty strongly too. We may be able to target 15,100. This move from the low, actually even from open, that first initial push, it's about 100 points. So if you were to rotate that around, 100 points from here, 200 to 100. Go ahead and move our stop to this little candle right here. This was getting too hard to hold. That was about an 80, 90 point candle there. And then so was that one. So I think we got a good section of that. Yeah, we could have exited down here, but it's all right. We exited right at the bottom of this fair value gap that was on the 15-minute from like a while ago. This guy right here. I had these marked out from yesterday. Not a bad little trade. Obviously, it would have been great if we had 5 contracts. However, this risk was a little too high for 5 contracts, so needed to scale down to 3, which was perfect. I'll probably come back later this afternoon and try trading then. The 1 minute, we have a fair value gap, breaking some swings. The main move of the day was to the downside. After that, over the course of the last couple hours and lunch, just slowly grinding up. So it would kind of make sense if we go take out all those stops. Got fair value gaps to the downside. We also have larger bullish fair value gaps to the upside. So which is the right one? I think it would make more sense for the market to come down and take stops out for people who thought that we were gonna go up and break highs. Yeah, this reacts in here. Put that right at the top of the shorting this gap, putting our stop right at the top of the fair value gap right there. Maybe targeting this low down here, this swing. This could just be where we have some false support. So come down, hit those, and then continue ripping up. But we'll see. We're either going to give back 10 points or go down to that swing. I think possibly creating the false support over lunch, going down into this bullish fair value gap. Maybe that was the... I don't know. It's like which one was lying and which one was telling the truth. We're about to find out here in a second. Man, it's really slowed down here. Thinking if we do go down, take some partials in the 20s, just like halfway through this fair value gap. But first we got to get that move down before we start talking like that. Got a little something, but this is not moving anymore. Man, this is painful. It's only been like 15 minutes, but I hate holding on to trades this long. Like I just want to know immediately if I was right or wrong, or if the setup worked or didn't. Might know right here. I am starting to think that this was a take out this false bottom and then we're going to continue higher. I'm not going to jump into anything though. It is what it is. We read the market wrong there. I don't know why, because I read it right the last time we did this, I think back on last week on FOMC. But that's why we have risk management. Kind of sucks that our trade this morning we scaled down because we were only up like 260 on that one, and then we scaled up for this trade, which was losing, so kind of ate a little more into our profits than what we wanted. But we are ending the day green, 150 bucks, 2 trades. Can't really complain about that. Yep, 2 trades, AM trade, PM trade. Did better this morning than we did this afternoon. Kind of thinking we'll probably end up getting a bullish fair value gap, or could have bought on this 15-minute one, but I wasn't willing to risk that type of drawdown. That's a huge setup. So what you would do is see that, expecting us to get into here somewhere, and then when you're in here, drop down into this lower time frame and look for a bullish fair value gap coming out of it. But limiting myself to 2 trades a day for this purpose, so I can't overtrade and give back any more than what I wanted. Let me know how you guys did today. Be careful tomorrow morning. We have Powell testifying before the Senate or Congress or something. Let me pull it up real quick. So Tuesday. Nope, that's today. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Right here, 10 a.m. We're just going to have to be careful. Probably only take setups if it's like a good risk to reward ratio, kind of like today. That's why I did not get into this entry up here, because it was too big of a risk. So if we see some big moves like that tomorrow, we'll just scale way down if we can, and if it's still too much, then we just won't take it. This one back here, we've got setups that make sense to go lower, and we have setups that make sense to go higher. So when I'm getting conflicting things like that, maybe it's best to just not take a trade. This morning it was pretty clear that we rallied up, take out stops, quick move down. Like it's pretty clear once you get a setup that we're going to go a little bit lower. This I wasn't 100% sure on. I was just taking a setup, thinking that we go retrace this move that happened over the course of lunch, but obviously going up makes sense as well. So just one of those things I need to keep figuring out what works best for me, and seeing when and why maybe I need to just skip on a session. And now I know if a session is giving me conflicting viewpoints or whatever, then I should probably just skip it altogether. But let me know how you guys did. Talk to you guys in the comments, and see you all tomorrow.